Horton, here's a Jew. So it was, it was stuff. It was just like, so it was just like the most just outrageous books that no one ever knew about. And then people got mad. So I'm going to talk about that. Then I'll talk about Pepe Le Pew in a second.
Give me a minute.
I know it seems strange, but I tell you, sincerely, these extra big ears of mine heard him quite clearly.
And we're good. We're here. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. This is the first episode. The first... The first real episode. Of Itchy Sweater.
Itchy Sweater.
I am your lover boy, Mr. Jerry Wade. Here at WT. No, I'm not going to get copyright strike. Anyway, my name is Derek. I am a plant photosynthesizing as we speak.
Sunlight, bitch.
I am beyond time and space. I am a figment of your imagination. I am real, but I am also... Yeah. So... And I'm here with my amazing co-host. I'll let him introduce himself in a second, but I still got to get some stuff out of the way.
Go ahead. I'm enjoying this.
I like long walks on the beach, poetry.
Let me start writing this down.
I like to be wine and dined.
Yeah, not by me.
Yeah, because I'm a lady, and I will be treated as such. So
not street meat.
Yeah. So if you take me golfing, and you show me a good time, I might take photos of you because I'm also a photographer. You see how I did that?
I see what you did there. I put them both together.
Yeah,
I see that.
I made it personal.
Damn, I don't know how to do that.
I made it real personal, but I'm sure you're gonna learn plenty about us as time goes, and we get more intimate. Because, like I said, I like to be wine and dined. So I like to take things slow, and then get to know people first, and then we'll see, where it goes from there. Maybe I'll show you an ankle.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll show you a shoulder.
Oh,
I might show you an elbow.
Oh.
And if we're getting crazy,
yeah,
if we're getting real
saucy, into it,
yeah, you might get some cleavage.
Oh,
that's right. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is over.
We might take it there. So, but that's me. I'll let this absolute degenerate next to me explain who he is.
Well, Jerry Wade.
Mm-hmm.
I am Billy Bob Homer Simpson. Ooh. And I don't like to take things slow.
Uh-oh.
I am a very fast-paced. You could basically just compare me to a rabbit. Just quick in there.
Nice.
I like to get to the point.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm complete opposite.
This is going to be good then.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a lot of different views.
Oh, my gosh. I like walks on the beach because I don't like running. I'm also a big fan of butts and tacos.
Nice.
And
true American.
As Jerry Wade over here would say, Mountain Dew also.
Yeah.
Because that's all they ever bring over here.
You got to go with what works.
No, my name is Kyle, and yeah, this has been a long time coming. This has been a long, arduous journey to get to this point in time and space at this undisclosed location at this undisclosed time.
Yeah.
And I don't know where to go from there with the undisclosed stuff, but yeah, it's undisclosed.
We just got to keep that. Really, I just got to keep the FBI on their toes. I got people after me,
Montana?
looking for me. Huh?
Maybe Miami?
We might not even be in the United States.
You know what?
As far as I'm concerned.
I'm going with M states for some reason. Macau? I don't know what was the M's, but maybe Moscow?
Just places that don't even exist.
I'm just a fan of the letter M, okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
I just got a thing for M states. M places and M words.
Improvs.
Hanging out my M words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, there's a couple things that that we both have to get off our chest. Is
it about the safety guy? Because I will talk about him all day long.
Oh, well, then we're going to start getting even more personal about like where we work and stuff like that.
Well,
so I mean, do you want to like name names?
You know what? I'm gonna name a thing.
You're gonna name a thing.
We work at a warehouse.
Yeah.
With brown boxes
Okay.
and other colored boxes.
Yeah. Things that can easily catch on fire.
Yeah. Cardboard does catch on fire.
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm
With
not
liquids
implying.
and stuff.
I'm not implying anything with that. Wink, wink, nut, nut.
Yeah, what's that big thing of smoke coming up the hill right now?
Oh, that's interesting. Oh man, wow. How'd that happen?
Gee, couldn't tell you.
But yeah, we're both co-workers. We work together in the same environment.
Same industry.
As far as I know, because I was taken here against my will. They told us what to say.
Yeah.
So
no, let him go. Let him go.
Yep.
Don't beat me with a wet noodle, please.
See, that guy's gone, and we're next. So I hope you're ready for it. I came prepared for it. I don't know about you.
You know what? I'm honestly glad he's gone. I didn't like him.
Yeah, he was a real piece of work.
Oh, anyways, yeah, this is like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's been something that just you'll learn. I love to talk. Mm-hmm. Do I stop talking at work?
No, not at all.
Rarely ever.
Yeah.
Even with customers, I think I annoy them to the point where I'm like, hey, if I keep talking, I'm going to keep you here longer. And I'm like, please just get me the hell out of here. I really think that.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think I do it good enough to where if they really think I'm annoying, I can push it to the point and they're like, fuck, just give me my product.
Oh, yeah? So you think they kind of just...
I knock them out. I get them out of the way.
Oh, I see. So your method is to annoy them.
And make them leave.
Quicker. Okay. Yes. Oh, so you're doing like the reverse psychology type.
Oh, yeah. They think they're my friend, and then I just annoy them to hell, and they're like, God, I would never want to come back here again.
Wow.
But they keep coming back is the problem.
Yeah, well...
So I don't know what I need to do. Up my game?
That's good for the business. But
show up at their house?
Yeah.
You guys want dinner? I don't know what to do. It's just... I don't know.
It all works out.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though. The first thing that's on my mind, and that's something that I think needs to be addressed, is a couple of shows that we watch, because I think they're interesting enough to mention.
Oh, we're getting into that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because there's this show that I showed you last week called Love, Death, and Robots. And you got a real kick out of that show.
You know what's funny about that was the first one you showed me was this giant. Just a giant person, giant,
yeah,
who washed up on the beach and dead.
Yeah,
and you meet this guy who seems like he's some sort of a scientist that's going to study him, and really he doesn't do anything the whole time. He just goes there, leaves, goes back to see what's going on, leaves.
Yeah,
like he could be anybody. He could be the guy that killed the giant, for all I know. Mm-hmm. And at first, before the three people that come up to that giant, before they get there, everybody's watching on this hill, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a giant. What do we do?" Blah 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 blah. Well, these three come up, and then they climb on top. And then all hell breaks loose. Let's jump on him.
Yeah.
Let's draw on him. Let me hang out in his ear canal when I'm sad and lonely and text somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Because it was a novelty. It was new.
It was weird. I don't know.
Well, you're still thinking of it as... I think you're still thinking of it as something that doesn't exist, because it doesn't. But
Yes.
if a massive thing washed up on the beach... in the form of a human, I think that's the first thing that we would do, is like jump on it, take selfies in it, and hang in its crevices.
They were building sandcastles on his sternum.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's like
disrespectful little bastards.
Because again, it wasn't like a dead person; it was just this big thing.
It was just another object.
Yeah, because I read into it.
Oh,
when I saw the episode, well, I not like actually read into it. I mean, like
okay.
I mean, like I read into it on a personal level, because I was thinking it was more kind of like metaphorical. It could have been completely literal, because the shows are completely different. Each episode is different. Each episode is a different animation, different topic, completely different show altogether. Like there's there's volumes, not seasons.
And you really have to pay attention between episodes.
Yeah, because each episode is like 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, and the problem was that the space one.
Yeah.
I just noticed that they were on a planet, and then this person's dragging something, was on my phone, and then I look up, and I think it was a girl, wasn't it a girl? She's looking at this giant astronaut in space, and it's like, wait a minute, where did this come from?
Yeah. You
really gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you actually have to like look at it and be attentive, because when something's that short, they have to push everything that is necessary out immediately. So they have to make this story that could easily be 30 to 45 minutes, if not more, into 20 minutes.
Crammed into 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. So like every second has to count, and every second does usually count.
And those weren't even my favorites.
Yeah.
My favorites were the stop animation people.
Yeah.
And, it was
the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. It starts out with two people screwing in the
graveyard.
In the graveyard. And then somehow they knock something over on this church, and the green light comes up, and all these zombies come out of their graves, and they end up killing the guy and the girl. And then it goes from there into, these two women that are running up above, like L.A. in the hills, something like that.
On a trail.
And they get eaten, and then it goes into the city. And then
it just keeps spreading.
It just spreads and spreads and spreads. It's like that. Was it World War Z? Was the movie?
Yeah,
they're all the zombies just everywhere, and they don't stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and it's funny because it was like I said, it was stop animation, so it was little clay people the whole time.
And it was like a miniature. Everything was
miniature
like miniature
level. Yeah. And the best part was when they started fighting back. They're like, okay, it's time to kill zombies and stuff. You get the military doing it.
The president got involved.
The president hits the big red button. And then you get the rednecks that are like, yeah, shoot them in the nuts.
Right,
yeah. And I'm like, wait, what? Yes, these are my people.
Yeah. And then that's when all the world powers are like, you know what, it's time to just end all of this. And then every country that has nukes sends its nukes. And they
the big red button.
Yeah, they just explode the planet.
Like, the hell with this.
Yeah.
See ya.
Right. So, but the giant though, the thing that interests me about that is because it seemed like it was an episode about, how easily things that are significant at the moment become insignificant over time, because just the body started to decay, and it didn't become like this great thing anymore. It just became a big problem on the beach.
Yeah.
And they had to figure out how to cut the body up.
Yeah.
And had to figure out how to move these big pieces. Less people started coming. People started tagging it and spray painting and all that type of stuff. And as time went away and it passed and started to decay, it's like, to me, that was like the memory is actually going away in people's minds that this was something that was special. That's what I thought.
Here's something you're going to learn about Derek, is he gets really into this stuff, and he just dissects the ever-loving hell out of it.
I'm also an art student, so it's that
you've got a different way of looking.
Yeah, I could have went to a 4-year college. And then I could have just been a basic person, but I went to art school. And then they taught me how to overanalyze everything.
Oh, and see, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I absolutely, when you told me that, I was like, whoa, like, this is some pretty deep stuff.
Yeah.
And then me, on the other hand, I'm fascinated with the shoot them in the nuts. Right. So, two definitely different perspectives on all this.
There are some art perspectives that are just shoot them in the nuts. Sometimes that's all it is, and that's okay.
I need to find those. They entertain me.
Yeah, you need to check art groups that are about shoot them in the nuts.
Shoot them in the nuts.
That's the new name of this podcast.
Shoot them in the nuts.
It used to be Itchy Sweater. It's now Shoot them in the nuts. That's so.
We might get more viewers.
Yeah, you saw it here, folks. It's over. Itchy Sweater is no more. It was good. What, 10 minutes ago or so? Yeah, 14 minutes ago. So now it is shoot 'em in the nuts.
14 minutes in, we're already changing names.
Yep, absolutely. That's how I feel about it.
So speaking of things that entertain me and shooting them in the nuts, I actually showed you a great clip
Yeah.
That you
It was interesting.
you had an interesting time.
I didn't have any
dissecting.
words. I couldn't dissect it. It was I had no words for it. I didn't know what to say.
So you guys might know of the show The Boys. Basically, in a nutshell, it's superheroes that don't want to be superheroes anymore, or don't feel like helping people out anymore. They're tired of it. They don't feel respected. They kind of go rogue and go off the deep end. Well, then there's a group of people that, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, you've had enough time to skip ahead. Go after these superheroes and kind of, stop them. Like, hey, you're doing a bad thing. Oh, I don't care if I'm doing a bad thing. Okay, well, we're going to kill you. So, needless to say, there's a few that die. And, they,
Nice.
I tried to do it as far away as I could. Was it loud?
I could hear it, but it wasn't a big deal. I just thought it was funny.
Somebody else thinks it's funny, too. I don't like your smiling over there. Yes, we have a live audience, too. So
Yeah.
Another thing that this show brings. But they had this part, I want to say it was season 3 that just came out. And it was the very first episode. And I was told by another coworker at work, his name is Mike.
Who will most likely be on the podcast.
Yes, he'll definitely, probably a repeat offender.
Yeah.
Is what we will call them.
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, hey, do you watch The Boys? And I said, yeah, sure. And he goes, okay, well, the new season just came out. I watched the first episode, and I want you to tell me what you think about it. And I'm like, okay, it's superheroes. What do you mean? And he goes, well, you know how it's kind of crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty gory. He says, wait for this one scene. I'm not going to tell you what happens. You'll figure it out. And sure enough, the first one I saw was this superhero that goes from a regular sized man to miniature, basically Ant-Man without being in the Marvel universe. Mm-hmm. And he can do it on command. Well, everybody's around him cheering in this dollhouse, and he's screwing this plastic doll, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, Mike, is it this? No, it's worse than that. I'm like, okay. Well, then the next one I saw was this sex scene between I don't remember who it was. One of the main ladies and some reporter. And I'm like, Mike, this is kind of gross. Is that it? And he goes, no, it's worse than that. And I'm like, what exactly is going on here? So
I think I ask myself that question every day
yeah, definitely going to that place.
as an art student.
Oh God. So there's the next scene was the real short guy, or the miniaturized guy, whatever you want to call him, the shrinking guy. There we go. I need those artistic words. You need to help me there.
Shrinking guy.
Shrinking guy.
That's the scientific word for it. Shrinking guy. Small dude.
Yeah, small dude. He ends up making out with some dude, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's it's a party. They're doing drugs. Maybe he's actually gay. I don't know. He ends up sniffing some coke, and he was small, and he sniffed some coke, and he sneezed, and he went big again. So it was kind of, oh shit, okay. So him and the guy go in a room, and they're making out. And long story short, the guy's like, yeah, I want you to do it. I want you to do it right now. Pulls his pants down, and it's hard to say.
There's no tactful way to say what you're about to say. You just got to say it.
The miniature guy goes inside the guy's dick.
Yeah. Literally.
Just analyze that. Like, just crawls inside.
Inside, actually.
Like an ant going inside the anteater's mouth. Like, it's pretty bad. It'll get hurt.
It's more like the ant going inside of a penis.
Definitely a penis. Anyways, goes inside, and he's rubbing the inside of, the penis, and he's like, oh, yeah, oh, enjoy, oh. And, he kind of has the sniffles and barely sneezes, and, you think at that point, like you told me,
yeah,
oh, shit, I might want to get out.
Yeah.
Homeboy sneezes inside his dick, ends up going full size again, and just incinerates this man in half.
Yeah. Like, just completely just chops him.
And I texted our buddy Mike, and I was like, Mike, no. And he goes, yes. I said,
yes.
no. He said, oh, yeah. I'm like, tell me that was it. And he goes, oh, yes.
Wow.
And I'm like, freaking hell, what am I doing? So, and Derek's not a person that really cares about spoiler alerts. And I don't know if you're ever going to watch it, but.
I mean, maybe, but yeah, I don't really care about, you can spoil anything for me and I'll still watch it if I want to.
But I told him, I said, Derek, I got something for you to watch. You showed me the Ed, and Eddie thing.
Yeah.
And let me corrupt your mind a little bit. The face on this man, after I showed it to him,
there's
was
no words.
Priceless.
Because it wasn't even that it wasn't even that it was shocking. It was just that it was out of, it was just out of, it was just weird. Like, it was, it wasn't, because I was like, okay, this guy, while it was happening, I was like, this guy might sneeze. And cause that's what I was saying. Like, at that point, I was like, okay, he has to leave, right? And he didn't leave.
No.
And I was just like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And it was just really bad. And I wasn't expecting to see as much as I did. It's a little jump cut there. If you guys heard that, if there was, we apologize. A little bit of technical difficulties, but everything's all good. We are going to continue to just keep learning about this as we go, because podcasting is a very different thing. So as time goes on, we're going to learn more, do more, and just get better at it as things happen.
It's cursed. Or cursed.
Yeah, probably, but as time goes on, we'll get better at this, and we'll, think that things are going to happen. They should happen properly, and then let's get a little round of applause, shall we? Maybe not. Okay, no. Oh, wait, no round of applause. Never mind. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Intro, baby.
And
yes, sir.
There's a round of applause. All right. See, we're still learning.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so there's going to be bumps. There's going to be things that just happen.
Dude, all these obstacles just to do one episode.
Hey, yeah, it happens,
just so you guys know.
We're gonna get there, though.
How many episodes have we tried? How many times have we tried doing this?
Like, officially, this is the...
third?
This is the second time that we tried a full episode. This is our second time going with this episode again.
Yes.
So it's our third altogether.
But it's like our third or fourth just recording stuff. And it's like, okay, we're finding all these different little things that are just screwing everything up.
Yeah. So we're gonna get there. There's gonna be bumps in the road, but we're not full-time professionals yet. So we'll see what happens as time goes. But I also wanted to kind of transfer into something there, because I have a little thing about cancel culture that kind of bothers me, that I wanted to talk about. It's because I like cancel culture for the reasons that some people don't.
It's entertaining.
Well, yeah, there's that, and I love how angry people get.
Still entertaining.
About something that they actually don't really know about.
Well, and here's, what, the cancel culture, it's funny because people try to argue about certain things. Mm-hmm. And you know what, I'll be completely honest. I think I'm one of them.
Maybe.
I try and argue about things that I feel like, okay, I've seen this. Mm-hmm. And this is what I've seen of this. And I've seen, I've read this and this and this and this. And then I argue with somebody like Derek. And I give you all my points. And then you just totally turn around and shut me down and put me in my place. And you're like, yeah, bitch, that's what's up. And I'm like, oh.
Well, it's not.
So it's like, this is what I'm saying is like, people don't do their homework.
Yes, true.
And I thought I did my homework.
Uh-huh.
And then you gave me, it's literally what my wife does too. She cancel cultures me all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you should do the dishes for this reason. And then she'll come back and this is what you get. That you should do the dishes.
Yeah.
And then before I know it, I'm trying to argue with her and tell her, well, you made me feel stupid while I'm doing the dishes. I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it.
Yeah. So it's
goddamn.
But the thing I tried to do is most of it's just education. I just want people to be informed about the thing for real, And that's kind of how I feel about it, because he's scratching his head.
Sorry.
If you can hear
Can
that.
you hear it?
I can definitely hear it.
I'm sorry.
It's not too distracting, but I just want to let people know that, yeah, I don't have like a dog or anything. But right. But the thing that's funny about it is like the whole thing that was going on like a year or 2 years ago thing. You had the whole thing with Dr. Seuss. And
I forgot about that.
Exactly. You had like
they're
canceling Dr. Seuss, they're canceling Pepe Le Pew from Space Jam, and they're canceling Mr. Potato Head, and they're making him just Potato Head. He's a non-binary toy potato.
That's the one that irritates me the most. It's
Yeah.
a fucking toy.
Exactly. That's
Really?
Now that's the smaller point. The bigger point is the reason why people were mad about it. Okay, so a lot of times when things come up like what's getting canceled, usually someone will go, they're canceling this. They are canceling. And it's like, usually what I ask is just, who are they?
Exactly.
And usually they don't have an answer. It's they'll say, oh, the woke mob on Twitter. It's
CNN.
It's CNN. It's the lefties. It's the far
lefties.
left. It's Biden's cabinet who's trying to cancel a genderless potato.
The right
That's
are
so
trying
fun.
to take everything away from us.
But
and
9
bullshit.
times out of 10, it's not anybody. It's not one person.
No.
It's the company. It's usually the company themselves that are actually taking action and getting rid of whatever it is. So I'm going to go each case. So the first case, the Dr. Seuss books.
Yeah.
Okay. That nobody read. Nobody read these books. These were obscure books that were released a long time ago no one even knows about.
Remind me about. I remember hearing about it. But
Yeah.
Remind me why Dr. Seuss and Pepe Le Pew were getting canceled.
Dr. Seuss was getting canceled because a lot of his older books had like some bigotry in them. There was like caricatures. There was like some like some racist things against like Asians and
Really?
it was like really a lot of it was kind of stereotypical, and some of it is kind of like, well, yeah, he was born in like 900 BC. Yeah, so it's he wasn't necessarily growing up in a progressive time, so you can kind of get it. But at the same time, though, nobody even read these books. These were obscure books that no one ever heard about. These weren't like Cat in the Hat and Horton, Here's the Who. Now, these were like, you know, these are not the actual titles I'm about to say, but it was like Darky's Barbarians, you know, in the jungle, and Horton, Here's a Jew. You know, so it was, you know, it was stuff. It was just like, so it was just like the most just outrageous books that no one ever knew about. And then people got mad. So I'm going to talk about that, then I'll talk about Pepe Le Pew in a second.
Give me a minute. It would surprise me if that book wasn't actually
So the first issue with those books is it wasn't woke lefty mobs on Twitter mad at the books because they didn't even know about them. It was the Dr. Seuss estate. It was his family. Okay. It was like people, you know, that were close to him that are taking control of his stuff while he's gone. Okay. You know, because he passed away a long time ago.
Yeah.
So those, like, they saw how the books were. They were barely ever in production. They were very rare. You know, there's no reason to keep them in circulation. So they took them off. They took them out of circulation. They got rid of them. And they were like, okay, there's some pretty hateful imagery in here, so we're going to get rid of them. They took care of that.
Okay.
Pepe Le Pew, because that's a Warner Brothers property that is now... Yeah. Does Disney own that too? Does they own everything?
What doesn't Disney own?
But even if they don't, it still doesn't... The point still stands.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, the company themselves took out Pepe Le Pew and all his like Pepe Le Pew-ness because he's a rapey skunk.
Oh, that's right. Because he was always trying to get all over the cat.
Exactly. Like there's no reason. Like your movie going experience doesn't change because Pepe Le Pew is kissing things without consent. Like the movie's not any less worse or any better. It just is, and people got upset because of that. But Warner Brothers, they did that.
Well, that's like
You know,
That's all going on along the same lines as that song. It was the one that they sang in Elf when Will Ferrell is in the bathroom and she's taking a shower and they're both singing it at the same time.
oh,
Baby, it's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
It's like the same as that. It's like it's a
Yeah.
fucking song.
Yeah, and it's super old. Like, and again, it's like it. You got to think about when the songs were written too.
Different time.
Yeah,
Very
like,
different.
It's still not good, but it was written back at a time where like you could just literally just snatch up a woman and say have sex with me and you know like you can just do whatever you want in a way.
I mean,
like people like the women were definitely not looked at and did not have the same rights in the same.
Yes. I was just going to say they didn't have the rights.
Yeah. So. It was a different time.
It makes sense for that era.
Yeah, it was just kind of one of those things. It was a good Christmas song. People kept putting it on at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
But like no one really cares. No one really cares about the skunk. No one cares. They just want to get mad at something because they think the side that they don't like doesn't like it.
They want something to argue about.
Same thing with the potato. Hasbro owns Potato Head. They can do whatever they want with it. There wasn't a woke mob on Twitter talking about the gender of a toy potato. Trust me, it was Hasbro wanting more money and saying let's be more inclusive. So if we make this toy potato non-binary, then we'll have people that feel more included and they'll buy the potato. It was for money.
You know,
It wasn't because they cared about, progressive politics. It was because they were trying to include more people so they can get those people's money. That's all it was.
So, and you know what? I might not be saying it the right way. I have nothing against non-binary, gay, lesbian. I don't care. Live your life, right?
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, you had a gender for both, okay? Mm-hmm. Even Miss Potato Head's stuff fit on Mr. Potato Head.
Exactly.
Literally take everything off, and what is it? A potato.
Yeah.
With a hole in the butt that you could store everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody cared.
Why did there have to be more?
Well, they didn't.
Exactly.
This is a question for Hasbro. Like nobody was complaining about this potato.
No.
Until
Hasbro started.
Until Hasbro was like, hey, we're trying to get more inclusive. We're trying to get so and then people started complaining because what they were doing made them think that it was just like some kind of crazy gays on Twitter who wanted to cancel Mr. Potato Head. They don't care. This is the money. It's for the money. Nobody cares about this potato. It's really not a big deal because the people that the folks online that people think are canceling things, they're really just looking at porn. They don't care. They're looking at porn, trying to get their rocks off, and they're DMing predators online, trying to catfish them. So
what's that? Dateline.
Yeah, they're
trying to get on Dateline.
Yeah, they're trying to get these people like locked up. They're just for kicks, just trolling people. They're not looking at Potato Head going, you know what? This thing needs to be genderless, and we're gonna make it happen. Unite. So that's not what's happening.
Stand up against the fascists.
It's just so weird when people are like, they're canceling this, they're canceling that. It's like, who's they? Because 9 times out of the 10, it's the company. It's just the company. If there is a they, it's the whole surrounding company around that. It's never just.
I'm all for making money, but god damn, man.
Well, just make. I mean, corporations are going to corporate. They're going to do their things, but the anger is misdirected.
Yeah,
like people are unknowingly just like caping for billionaires.
Yes,
and getting mad at teenagers who didn't do anything.
And and this is one of the only times I'll ever, because I hate talking about religion and I hate talking about politics.
Yeah,
but it reminds me of politics.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Let me get. I'm just going to do the last one. Let me get Joe Biden with all the lefts, and we're going to, whatever his speech was to sell everything, against Trump and the rights and, the Trump train and all that. And we're going to put 2 people together and split the country in half.
Yeah.
Well, I would say in thirds, and I'll get to that. Because you got all these people on the left that are like, oh, fuck Trump. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Mexicans. And then the people on the right are like, fuck Biden. He's a fucking pussy. And he doesn't know how to do this. And what's her running mate lady is a whore and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and then you got those.
We got emails.
Yeah, and then you got those people in the middle that are like, "Can you just fucking run the country the right way and shut the hell up?"
Well, there's a funny thing about people in the middle though, because and not to get too deep into it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like when I hear someone say that they're either a centrist, or when I hear people say that they're non-political, I'm like, not really. Because
everybody has that.
Your very existence is political.
Yes.
You have a thought
Yes.
about something that goes in some direction.
And it's going to be wrong to somebody out there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's like this whole, I'm not political, I stay out of politics thing. I'm like, not really. Like, there's always something that comes up that is going to let people know where you are.
Yeah.
You always are, centrists are either center right or center left. They're somewhere.
Is that what they're called?
Well, yeah, some people say I'm like a centrist or I'm like a moderate.
Just like,
Yeah, people who say like I'm a moderate.
The Green Party.
Yeah, that's actually like a side.
I don't
know.
Like,
but people,
that's what I think of when I hear
people who, when politics come up, a lot of times if you're like at a table or something like that, that's when someone's like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about politics because I'm just like a moderate. I'm not even political." And I'm just like, if I talk about like, give me a topic, and I guarantee you lean somewhere. So
Twinkies are disgusting.
Yeah, you're definitely far right fascist.
How do you like that genderless potato?
You're right. You definitely read Horton Here's a Jew. So yeah, you definitely read that book.
Oh, what a freaking
and you
title!
Loved it.
I you know what? I gotta look for that.
No, that title doesn't exist, of course.
I guarantee you it does somewhere.
Somewhere. Someone wrote it.
Someone's going to listen to this and be like, I've got the ultimate book idea.
Right. So,
Horton Here's a Jew.
No, chances are it's like some dude sitting in a dark corner who's like rewriting the books that he thought.
It's going to be Nazi based, I guarantee.
Yes, like just Nazi Seuss. Just like all his books Nazified. Like all his...
The Führer!
Right.
Dr. Seuss!
Cat in the Hat.
Scheiße!
Cat in the Hat is like the Führer. Like he's like the head Nazi.
He's got the stupid mustache.
Thing 1 and Thing 2 was actually his SS men. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sam I Am is the secret experiment feeding people green eggs and ham.
Yes. Yes. It was all an experiment.
All the colored fish are all the Nazi warriors.
Yes. It's all connected. It's all connected. Cancel Seuss.
We're getting canceled.
All Seuss books.
This is a great podcast. We're done.
Yep. Wait till the Seuss estate comes after us.
God.
And they're gonna say we're canceling. I'm gonna be like, but are you really?
Are you really?
Yeah.
No.
You're not. You're not doing that. You don't care about people.
Where's that money at?
Where's that money? Follow the trail.
Oh,
it leads somewhere. But no. But yeah, that's just. I just get really. Because just how I think. A lot of times I think about the layer underneath that, because it's a lot of times it's not just that surface level where a lot of things are. Mm-hmm. The whole they're canceling this thing. It's deeper than that. So like when you say that, I just want people to think deeper than they are canceling blank, because like you got to think about first who's they.
Yeah,
and that's
who started it.
Yeah,
where's it coming?
That's my thing. You just got to think about. And like there's usually money behind everything.
And here's my thing with the whole they.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like majority of the time people make up they up. Make them up. Oh, they said this. Well, who's they?
Absolutely.
Oh, them.
Yeah,
well,
they don't have an answer.
Them.
Yeah.
So this is a thought that you put out there, coming out of your head, speaking it to words, and you don't want to get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So you put the blame on someone else.
Yeah.
Well, I heard on the news that they said...
Yeah.
Well, what news? Where'd they get it from?
I read somewhere.
It's so dumb. Like and that's the thing with people today is everybody's so afraid to express their feelings. Hey, I feel this way, but if I do that and somebody hears it, oh, shame on me. I can't tell people how I feel.
I think it's more I think it's more they don't want to be wrong.
Okay.
And then when you kind of say it back to them, then they're like, oh, you just don't want to hear me because, I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
So they kind of switch it around, the whole how I feel thing, how I think, because I don't agree with you. You just don't like what I say.
I think people are just avoiding arguments.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's like, oh, no, I'm just giving you like the facts of the situation.
Yeah.
So it's okay to be wrong because then you learn, but there's a phobia about being wrong.
Exactly.
Because every conversation is like, it could be a potential argument that you have to win.
Yeah.
And it's just learn and be a person. Like just
take
be
both,
a regular person.
Take both sides, put it together, see how you feel. I mean, you don't even have to tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
Just, hey, if you've got an opinion, that's cool. Everybody's got an opinion about something.
Exactly. I just like learning.
Yeah.
So I try to take everything from everybody and then put that in my mind and then concoct that in a way that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And then I say that thing and I could be wrong. I could be spot on. It just depends. I'm here to learn.
But that's the thing, is you're taking that chance
Yeah.
you're taking that chance to learn more if you are wrung.
Yeah. That's what a conversation is.
The sky is, purple at times. You're like, okay, well, hold on. Majority of the time, the sky is blue. When the sun, goes around the moon and this and that, reflects this. It's green, and oh, okay. Well, tell me why.
Yeah.
And then you get into it, and like you said, you're learning more.
Yeah. The world is a beautiful place.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's just a shame that people, like you said, people aren't even trying to learn.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But, I think, did you have something you wanted to kind of end on? Are you good?
No, just off the dome, baby.
All right, man.
Off the dome.
All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good first episode.
You know what?
What's
Hold
up?
on. I'm going to say it.
Oh, say it.
I fucking hate that safety guy at work. You know what? And I'm gonna put this out there. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna say where we work. This has been bothering me all day.
We're gonna have to grease some hands.
I don't care. You know what? It is my opinion.
There you go.
If he doesn't like it, kiss my ass.
We're canceling.
I'm here to learn. Okay.
All right.
So we work in a warehouse that has man lifts. And you put stuff on the pallets and we send it out to customers. This man wants you to wear a vest in the warehouse.
High vis vest.
High vis, yellow vest, like if everybody could see what Derek was wearing right now, it'd be that color.
Yes, I'm actually
High
wearing
vis.
something though, yeah.
I understand if you're on the little stand-up scooter and you're just going around to pick the low items like I usually do.
Yeah.
But these pickers have lights on them that are very bright and strobe. Every so often, it's like every couple seconds they do real lights.
Yeah.
Real bright lights, sorry. And they've got a forward or a backward blue light that, notifies people where you're at. This man wants us to wear those vests so that we may be seen. That's
right.
On this picker. What sense does that make? And then he turns our key off to the pickers today, pulls them out, takes our harnesses, puts them on the shelf, and puts the key inside the picker in the little cubby without telling any of us.
Oh
shit! My boss. That was a close one.
That was good. Nice catch.
Yeah. And canceling me today.
All right.
Went out there to talk to him. He said it was because we weren't hanging up our harnesses every time we were done. I do not like this guy.
Oh, wow. We kind of turned it into like a little game, I guess. Oh, wow.
I don't like it. It's so childish. That's it. I'm done. I'll rant another time.
A little rant never hurt nobody. but
I just want to learn.
But anyway, that was the first episode of Itchy Sweater. There'll be more to come. We want to have guests. We want to do way more. We want to make this podcast as good as it absolutely can be. So there's there's gonna be little bumps here and there, but we just want to improve and we want to actually do something like good, and we want to entertain and just have a good show.
I just like to talk, and
Kyle just likes to talk.
It's a curse and a blessing.
It's okay though.
But we're not just gonna take one subject. We're not gonna talk about just one thing. It's gonna be we both love football. We
Yeah.
both love Yellowstone.
A little bit of
wrestling, which was
Yeah.
originally what the podcast started.
We actually started thinking about just a wrestling podcast.
Ragged wrestling.
Ragged wrestling.
But it's going to be a BS kind of podcast. We're just going to whatever we feel that week, and
Yeah.
episode 1.
Episode 1 in the bag, man.
I really hope we can actually put this out there.
Oh, yeah.
Finally be done with episode 1.
Yeah, no, we just got to move past this. but yeah, more
the
to come.
steepest hill.
And I think it's going to be a fun ride. So yeah, we'll see you guys when we see you. All right,
Podcast.